Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 39 of the Pixel Street Podcast. My name is Joel Campos, and as always, I'm joined by the man who has the new Overwatch hero, but will not tell anybody what it is, John Hansen. What's going on, John?
You'll never find out. You'll never find out! Not much. What's going on with you?
Not much. Just waiting for some good games to come out. Gonna go play some after this, but we'll get to that in a little bit because I'm excited. It's a big Tuesday, I think, in gaming, just because there's some cool stuff that came out today, so I'm excited to check some of that out. So this is the podcast where each and every week we talk about video games, los videojuegos. This week we're gonna be talking about that plagiarism fiasco, the Smash Brothers Direct that was last week, and the Red Dead Redemption 2 gameplay trailer. As always, you can get our podcast on most podcast platforms, including iTunes, Stitcher, Google Podcasts. I'm not sure if it's called Google Podcasts or the Google Play Store. I'm not entirely sure, but we are there. I'll look into that. On Mondays as well as on YouTube. I say Mondays, but that's a very loose term. It seems to be every Wednesday now, or Thursday. You can now watch the show directly. Oh, no, you can't do that. Oh, yeah, directly on our Facebook group by searching for the Pixel Street Podcast over there. And we are also on YouTube on the Almost Random YouTube channel. Send us an email at pixelstreetpodcast@gmail.com and give us some topic ideas for the topic of the show. That was a whole thing right there.
That was a lot. I'm impressed.
So yeah, let's start by getting into some of the new releases. We're going to talk about the releases from yesterday, August 13th, until August 20th. Do you have this list open, John?
No, you go ahead and take it.
All right. So as of, this says the 13th, but it really came out today. I'm not sure why it says the 13th. On the Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC, we have The Walking Dead, the final season. Also today is Phantom Doctrine for PC and PS4, Cosmic Star Heroine for the Switch, World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth for PC, Read Only Memories for Nintendo Switch, Detective Gallo, I don't know, 2 L's, for PS4 and Switch, Death's Gambit for the PS4, Super Knight Riders for PS4. Man, there's a lot of games today. Terra Tech for PS4, Vroom Kaboom for PS4, Wailing Heights for PS4, and then tomorrow, August 15th, 2018, we have State of Mind for PS4 and Nintendo Switch. On the 16th, you have Red's Kingdom for the Nintendo Switch, Manuel Samuel, that is a great name for a video game, for the Switch, Roboto for the Switch, Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes for the Switch, which I think is a pretty popular game in VR. Hero Defense for the PS4. On the 17th, you have Treadnoughts for the Switch and PS4. Trip for PC, Mac, and Linux. It's weird to me that games come out on Linux. I honestly don't know what the install base is for that. And then also on the 17th, you have Persian Knights, Sands of Wonders for the PS4 and the Nintendo Switch. On the 20th, there's a few games. You have Under Night in Birth X Latest. It looks super Japanese. That's on August 20th for PC. Super Spell Heroes for iPhone and Android, and Spectrum for the Nintendo Switch. Oh, I'm out of breath. That was a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that was quite a bit. Personally, I'm really excited to give The Walking Dead a try tonight. I've been following that Telltale series since it started years ago, and this is the final season, and I'm both really excited and not one bit do I want to see Clementine die at all. But this is The Walking Dead we're talking about, and there's no happy endings in it, so I'm kind of wary of what's to come in the future, but I'm pretty excited to get that going.
Yeah, I am also extremely excited. I pre-ordered it yesterday, actually, because I forgot that it was coming out, and then I was listening to a podcast or I think it was a Kind of Funny morning show, Games Daily, that they had brought up. Oh, it comes out tomorrow. So yeah, I'm excited to try that out tonight as well. Yeah, the games are great. So, and I think if you pre-ordered it, you get like the whole collection, right?
They always have like a season pass thing that you can pre-order.
Well, no, I think if you pre-order it, you get all the previous seasons.
Oh, really?
I think that's what made it.
I already had them all, so
yeah,
no idea.
So did I. I think the only one I didn't have is the Michonne one, which I think it was included in it as well.
Gotcha.
But we'll see. I might have to try that. I'm also won a copy today on a Mixer stream for the new World of Warcraft expansion. So I might have to give that a go. I haven't played that game in years, but I don't know. I never got super into it like most people did, but I'll give it a shot. Why not?
Yeah.
I got it for free, right? I just have to pay the subscription, which is unfortunate that still exists, but they got to make money somehow, I guess.
Yeah.
So let's go into some of the Xbox One backwards compatibility. John, you want to take these?
All right. On August 7th, Cinemora, Prince of Persia, and Earth Defense Force 2025 all came to the backwards compatibility list. Prince of Persia, I know not a ton of people are huge on that game, but I remember liking it a lot back in the day when I played it. And today, August 14th, Tomb Raider Legend and Lara Croft Tomb Raider Anniversary are both on backwards compatibility. So
have you played any of these games?
Prince of Persia I did forever ago. The other ones I have not.
I've never played any of these. I played a Earth Defense Force game I reviewed on thatvideogameblog.com a while ago. It was a Vita game. I don't know exactly which one it was, but it's not really my type of game. It also seemed very stripped down since it is on Vita. So
gotcha. The only Tomb Raider games I've ever played are the reboots. Just Tomb Raider and Shadow, or no, Shadow's the upcoming one. Rise of the Tomb Raider.
I only played the first reboot. I never played Rise. Or no, was Rise the first one?
Rise was the second one.
Yeah, okay. I only played the first one then. I'm assuming Tomb Raider Anniversary, is that like a redone version of the first one?
I believe so. So I would really like to give that a try at some point. Like I said, I never played any of the older Tomb Raiders, so I love the reboot games. So I'd kind of like to see where they used to be at. I know there are some that are not as popular. But I do have one that was free on Xbox a while ago, so whatever. Speaking of free games, this month, Games with Gold on Xbox One, from August 1st to the 31st, Forza Horizon 2, or Forza, I guess is how it's technically supposed to be said. Death Squared from July 16th to August 15th, so that ends tomorrow. And For Honor starts on August 16th and runs to September 15th. For 360 Games with Gold, Dead Space 3 is from August 1st till tomorrow, the 15th. And then starting on the 16th is Disney Epic Mickey 2, The Power of Two, from August 16th to the 31st. You ever play any of those?
No, I played Forza Horizon 2, and I won a copy of For Honor a long time ago. And I think I played it for maybe like 20 minutes. I never got into it, really.
Gotcha. I've never been into the Forza games. I'm much more into arcade-style racing games. Death Squared, I actually recently just started playing with this girl I've been talking to, and it was pretty surprising how much I liked it. It's definitely something I'd like to look into a little more. It's just a good co-op puzzle game. For Honor...
So sorry. So you're into arcade racing games, but Forza Horizon isn't for you?
Well, I've played a little bit of the Horizon games, but I was just talking like Forza in general is much more of a simulation racer, and that's just not fun to me.
What about the Hot Wheels track?
I've never played the Hot Wheels one.
Oh, okay. That's a good expansion. I think you would like that.
Yeah, I'll have to give that a try at some point. Actually, I think I've got it because I got the game for free. And there was
nice.
I think that had the expansion with it. But in For Honor, when they first announced it, 2-3 years ago, I was really excited for it. And then once the beta came out, I just realized it wasn't for me. So it's not really something I've ever been into.
Yeah, that same exact thing kind of happened for me when the beta did come out. I did not like it at all. And that's why when I won it for free, I tried it thinking maybe they changed something, but it was exactly the same thing as the beta, and I did not like it.
Gotcha. On PlayStation Plus for the PS4, Mafia 3 and Dead by Daylight, which we talked about last week. For PS3, Bound by Flame and Serious Sam 3 BFE. Vita, Draw Slasher, and Space Hulk. And for Twitch Prime from August 1st to the 31st, the Wizardry Bundle, Jotun, Anti-Hero, SteamWorld Dig, and Death Squared.
Cool. Yeah, there's so many free games if you have all these services every month, so I highly recommend taking advantage of them. Even if it's not something you'd want to play, I still download all of them since they're free.
Yeah,
and who knows? One day I might get bored and try it out. And
yeah,
maybe
for me
I'll actually
to
like it.
Not download a free game, I really have to know that I'm not gonna like it.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, yeah, it's just such a great thing to have, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. What you been playing, Joel?
So I beat The Last of Us on Sunday, and that game is fucking great. The story's amazing. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the gameplay. Like, towards the end, there's a boss where you kind of gotta stealth it a bit. I'm not sure if you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you do.
A boss.
I mean, spoiler alert, okay? Because this game's really old. I feel like we can talk about it. You know when you have to kill David?
Yeah.
He kidnaps Ellie?
Yeah.
Yeah. That part, took me a while because I'm very bad at stealth. And it was very heavily stealth.
Gotcha.
Because the only way you could attack him is by sneaking up behind him. And then once you do that twice, he's essentially just charging at you. Or no, once you do it one time, after the first time, he just starts rushing you. And then after the second time you sneak up behind him and stab him, he starts hiding from you. So that makes it even harder. And then as soon as he sees you, he just rushes at you and then hides.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I'm not a big fan of all that stealth stuff in the game, but the story is what really drove me to keep playing it.
Yeah. I think last week we talked a bit about The Last of Us having a bit more stealth into it than we were really ready for, and the second one will probably have that. But regardless, like you said, that is a great story, and I'm excited to play that game when it comes out. Yeah,
as soon as I had finished the story in it, I started watching like the E3 trailers and stuff for the second one, and it's got me really excited for it. Gotcha. And even the gameplay trailer that was at this year's E3 for the new one, you could tell that there's going to be stealth because they show Ellie like hiding from a bunch of guards or whatever, people trying to find her with her bow. Yeah, I think no matter what they do going forward, the Last of Us is going to have some stealth in it. No matter what. It just, to me, it was kind of surprising because I guess kind of with any zombie game, it seems like there's going to be some sort of stealth just because you don't want to alert them all the time. Yeah. But I think what was surprising to me is because I was so used to Uncharted in that whole franchise that I wasn't ready to do stealth because I just thought it was going to be just like Uncharted. But that's not the case. Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't started Uncharted yet. I've got the Nathan Drake collection here, so I've just been waiting to do that. So maybe that's something I'll try this week. You definitely should. Those are some of my favorite games. They're great. And I didn't even play them. Sorry, I'm getting kind of sick. I didn't even play them until like 2 or 3 years ago. And then I just played through 4 last year. And I still want to pick up Lost Legacy, I think it's called. So yeah. Cool. The first game I've been playing is Batman Arkham City. I'm not sure if I talked about this last week, but I've been running through the Return to Arkham series because Arkham Asylum and Arkham City were 2 of my favorite games from the last generation of consoles, and I've always loved them. And my goal has been to 100% them because
my last run throughs were always I'd run through the story and collect all the Riddler trophies. Now I want to get all the achievements and everything for it. So I've also been doing like the like side mission things where it's like all fighting and the Predator missions. So I'm really enjoying that. It's a lot of fun. I really was hoping Rocksteady would announce a new game this year at E3, but we have to wait another year, it looks like.
Yeah, I like I said last week, I started Arkham Asylum on the 360. I played about, I want to say 75% of the way through the game. But I definitely would want to, because it's been a long time since I actually even played it, because it was on 360, and it was before backwards compatibility was even a thing. So maybe if it comes on sale again, I'll pick up the Return to Arkham, because wasn't it just on sale for like $10 or something like that?
Yeah, that's what I got it for. So you're paying for two very good games, $5 a piece. So I definitely recommend it.
I just checked right now, and it's $20, so it's not on sale. But next time there's a sale, I'll definitely keep my eye out for that and pick that up, because I definitely want to play through those games. Like, what I played of it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. It's great gameplay. If you like the Shadow of Mordor gameplay, then you'll definitely like the Arkham gameplay.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that makes sense. Because that's one of the things that people were saying were so similar when Shadow of Mordor came out. That's another game I have to play, is Shadow of War. I have that game too, and I never played it.
I started it, but I couldn't really get into it. I was too distracted by other games at the time.
Yeah, that's exactly how I was. Is because so Shadow of War was the game I thought I was going to play, and I didn't have any interest in Assassin's Creed, really. And like, I kind of did just because the whole Egyptian thing, like setting with pyramids and stuff, but I ended up playing way more Assassin's Creed than I had anticipated, so that kind of took over last fall for me, and I never got to Shadow of War. But anyway, moving on. I have been playing more Fortnite. I just started playing again. I took like a 2-week break, I'd say. It's more Fortnite. I don't know. It's still the same stuff, just more challenges. I paid for the battle pass, so I figured I might as well level it up all the way to 100. Which shouldn't be too difficult as long as I stay on track to continue doing the all the challenges every week. So yeah, Fortnite is Fortnite. They haven't really made too many drastic changes, but since I stopped playing, they added like that. I think it's a tactical SMG, which is pretty cool.
Cool. I haven't played either Fortnite or PUBG in a long time, and I just have no need whatsoever to go back to them at the moment.
Yeah, I have not played PUBG in months probably at this point. But I mean, I play Fortnite a lot because a lot of my friends in real life who don't play any other games, like that's all they play. And so I just play with them for fun.
Gotcha.
It's a fun game to stream too.
Yeah.
All right, what else have you been playing?
I've been playing Puyo Puyo Tetris on the Switch. I mean, it's all right there for you. It's Puyo Puyo and Tetris combined. I love Tetris, and it's just playing this on my Switch is so addicting. Like, I was just sitting there in my bed last night, and I picked it up, and I played through like 15 rounds of Tetris, like in one sitting. I was like, just constantly playing it. It's just a good time waster. There's not really much more to say about that. I mean, it's got a story mode, which I remember when it first released, there was like a big deal because like they had like a block on streaming it because they didn't want spoilers for the story mode for Tetris.
Yeah, but, that's crazy to me.
Whatever. But yeah, it's fun.
So that I'm back onto Tetris because I like Tetris as well. That new one that they announced at I think just before E3 coming to PlayStation, is that PSVR only, or is that going to be just a regular game as well?
From what I understood, it was VR only, but I could be wrong.
Okay, yeah, because I have a PSVR, so I'm interested in it, but I was just wondering for you, because I know you have a PS4, but you don't have VR, so...
Yeah, I would have to look into it some more, but Yeah, I mean, if you could, like, let's say you could play it in VR and then I could join you in some multiplayer mode on my own, that would be pretty cool.
Okay, so sorry, I'm looking into it right now, and it seems like it is going to be just for PS4 as well. So, yeah, so optional PSVR support. So,
Right.
yeah, that's coming out this fall. I don't think they've announced a date yet, but
Awesome.
so it should be out in the next few months here.
I'm
The
down
last
for
game I've been playing is Guacamelee. So the second one comes out, I think, next week, right?
that. I believe so, yeah.
And I still have not beat the first one. I got stuck on a part, and oh my god, John, I finally beat that part yesterday, so I'm making progress. I think I'm getting closer towards the end of the game too, so hopefully I beat it. I don't think I'm going to pick up Guacamelee 2 right when it comes out, but just beating the first one is going to feel like such an accomplishment for me because that game's kind of tough. I don't know if you ever beat it.
I never beat it. I think I actually got stuck on the final boss, and I never beat him.
Interesting. Yeah, I got stuck before the final boss. And it was partially because I was an idiot and wasn't really paying attention to like the fact that different skins give you different attributes, which I think is probably a major key in that game because I was not doing enough damage, and I figured out it was because of the skin I had on, or costume, I guess they're called in that game. But so I finally figured that out, and I changed costumes, and I was able to pass the part I was stuck on. So yeah, hopefully I can beat that in the next few weeks. I'm hoping.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so what else have you been playing? I see you've been playing Black Ops 4 beta, huh?
Yeah, the Black Ops 4 beta was this past weekend, so I played it, and just a quick rundown on my Call of Duty history. I used to be super into it back in high school. Like, I ran a clan and everything. Had like 25 people that we would pretty much play every single night, and we were just really serious about it. Then after Ghost came out, I started getting a little fatigued on it, and I started falling away further from it. Advanced Warfare I did not like at all. Infinite Warfare I never even touched. Black Ops 3 I only played for the zombies. So that was really what I was expecting Black Ops 4 to be, was just to play the zombies, because I love Treyarch's zombies. And surprisingly, I had a really good time playing the Black Ops 4 beta this weekend. It's really fun. I
heard they changed it up quite a bit with like the classes and stuff. It gives you more of a role other than just, hey, go kill these people, or hey, go plant this bomb.
Yeah, there's some of that. They had a lot of that in Black Ops 3, I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe there was like specialists and everything. But maybe they just went a little further into it this time. One of the things I love is you don't just gain your health back automatically now when you get hit. Say I get shot up a little bit and I survive. If I get behind some cover, you can press left bumper and you get the stim pack out and just stab yourself, and it heals you. So it's not, you have to actually make a concerted effort to actually heal yourself. I really like that. Otherwise, I mean, it's no exosuits or anything. I really enjoyed it. I'm much more excited for it than I already was.
Yeah, I'm not that big into Call of Duty anymore. Like you in high school, I was really into it, like Modern Warfare 2, those days. But yeah, so I don't know. I honestly haven't even watched any beta gameplay, which I should probably get on. I'm intrigued by their Battle Royale mode a little bit, just because I'm curious to see what they're gonna do. Because Call of Duty is such a big different, like, it's so different compared to PUBG or Fortnite. Well, it being completely first person for one, and I think that Call of Duty is way more fast paced in both games. So I'm curious to see what the Battle Royale, what is it called, Blackout mode?
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what that's gonna be. Like, I'm not gonna buy the game based off that mode alone, but I mean, I'd be interested to try it out because I think that they just announced actually the beta, didn't they?
Yeah, there is a beta coming out for that mode.
Hold on, let me look it up right now. They just announced the dates. Okay, so beta is on September 10th for Blackout mode. So if you're looking to play that, you have like 3/4 of a month, a few weeks, 3 weeks probably.
Yeah.
Before that, but Yeah, so I'm interested to see what that's about. Like, I
For
mean,
sure.
if I happen to have like a beta key or something, I don't know, because I know me having Comcast internet, they give me Black Ops 4 beta, but I never even played it. But I'd be interested to try out the Black Ops mode and see what that's about. But yeah, so that's what we've been playing. We were both talking about how we're excited to play the Walking Dead final. What is it? The final chapter it's called, or the final?
I think
season?
it's just the final season.
Okay, yeah. Do you know how many episodes it's going to be? Have they said?
I think I saw today that there's only 4, which is
Yeah, I
odd
was gonna
because
say.
usually they do 5.
Well, I kind of assumed that it was less than 5 just because of the price. Because it was only $19.99, and normally they're $24.99
Yeah.
with 5 episodes. So, I mean, either way, I'm really excited to play through it. It's going to be really sad no matter what happens. And it'll be fun. I'm probably going to be streaming it later on tonight, to be honest.
Yeah, I was planning on doing that as well.
Cool. Moving on, let's talk about some of this news. First and foremost, the biggest news, I think, the past week and a half about. Oh yeah, it's been about a week. It was like right after we recorded last week's episode.
Yeah.
Jason Schreier from Kotaku writes, former IGN reviewer responds to plagiarism allegations, not at all intentional, he says. And then they've updated the story. Third review has been questioned, meaning that there had already been 2. So there was the Dead Cells review. I'm sure everybody already knows about this. That he clearly, in my opinion, plagiarized. Like, it's like almost word for word. And then Jason Schreier pointed out that somebody sent him a FIFA 18 review that Philip did for, I think, Nintendo Life, that looks very similar to another review. And then they've added a third review that's been in question that he could have plagiarized as well. And then Philip ended up putting up, after the second one, or after Jason Schreier called him out, ended up putting up it wasn't even a sorry video. It was like it was not intentional is what he said in the video, and people are mad about it because he's not owning up to what he did. But who knows? Nobody knows except for him if it was all plagiarized or not. But it's kind of messed up that he could have gotten away with it for so long, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I had no idea there was a second and a third review brought up that he plagiarized.
So what happened is Philip obviously got caught, and then he got fired from IGN, and then Jason Schreier commented something. I don't know exactly what the tweet was, and then Philip sent him a message saying, hey, I challenge you to find another situation of me doing this. And then somebody sent Jason, because obviously it's the internet, they were already searching everywhere for this stuff. They found a FIFA 18 review that seemed very close to what Philip had written in a previous website he wrote for. And then after that, Philip posted his video saying that it was not intentional. He never admitted to what he did or anything. And then Jason found a third review that has been in question. I'm not sure what the review is, but so a few hours after Philip posted that, and then Jason posted the third one, Philip took the video down, which is really sketchy, and it makes him seem super, super guilty now.
Yeah, that's interesting. That this whole situation is just very odd in my opinion, because I would watch Nintendo Voice Chat, which is the podcast that he hosted for IGN almost every week, and he seemed, of course, obviously I've never met the guy or anything, but he seemed like a really cool dude. He seemed really excited about Nintendo in general, and it's so insane to me to think of someone, especially for IGN.
Yeah.
Probably
the biggest game review platform on the internet.
In the world, and he can't put his own thoughts into a review. I mean, it's a review of all things. Man, it's been really odd. I've been trying to keep up and just watch if he posts anything on Twitter. Of course, there's been nothing there. He deleted his post talking about his or well, not technically his Dead Cell review, but yeah, it's just so odd. I checked his YouTube because he changed his description on Twitter, which used to be editor and host of NVC Chat. Now it's just I'm a YouTuber. I'm like, oh, yeah, it just came out of nowhere, man, and I don't know. I mean, he deserves all this. I mean, now we're coming up with multiple allegations against him plagiarizing. That's like the number one rule in journalism: don't plagiarize, or at least give credit. But I mean, still, even if you gave credit and just wrote it all.
That's literally like the number one rule of any writing assignment in general.
Yeah, for sure.
Since you were in the first grade.
Yeah.
Which makes it even more ridiculous. And I think it would have went over much better if his video was just like, hey, yeah, I did this and here's why. Like, what if it's just stress? You know, he didn't have time to play the game. I don't know. Wasn't good at the game. I don't know. But either way, it doesn't make it right. But I feel like it would have went over much better than him just saying it was not intentional. And did you see the video?
I did not.
So the video just essentially says it's not at all intentional. He brings up the fact that he uses all resources when doing a review for a game, like looking over stuff. And I don't know. Obviously, the Boomstick Gaming review was out weeks ahead of Phillips on IGN, so it's just clear that it was either plagiarized or he just grabbed a bunch of stuff from there and then changed some of the wording. But yeah, either way, it's not good, and it sucks for IGN and the Dead Cells devs because they have to go through this as well. Like, granted, it's probably great publicity for Dead Cells, like just that name getting out there so much.
Yeah,
but it just sucks for the publishers in general, or the developers. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I think the publisher for Dead Cells is probably thinking, hey, free publicity for us. I'm sure they're not too hurt about it. Also, that YouTuber, I can't remember his name or anything, but
Boomstick Gaming.
Yeah, Boomstick. He definitely got a lot of traffic through his Twitter and YouTube lately because of that.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, obviously, I'm sure he would want a different way to gain that traffic, because I know firsthand it is hard to get any viewer to see your stuff. But hey, this is kind of a bright side of things for him.
Yeah, it is. I mean, a lot of people know his channel. I think that somebody said that his subscribers like doubled or something like that.
Yeah, that would not surprise me at all.
Whole thing got out. But yeah, moving on to some less depressing stuff.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Patrick Sutherland, who made $48.3 million last year, is leaving EA. This is from Jason Schreier of Kotaku. Longtime executive Patrick Sutherland, who spent nearly 20 years working at Electronic Arts in various positions, is leaving the publisher this year after receiving a $20 million bonus in 2017 that was granted in an attempt to get him to stay. He made $48.3 million last year, according to SEC filings. We wish Patrick the very best in his next life adventure, and we thank him for his many significant contributions, EA boss Andrew Wilson said in a letter to employees, also posted on the company's website. Sutherland served as CEO of DICE before rising up the ranks to take over EA's worldwide studios, where he oversaw the publisher's development projects ranging from Battlefield to Madden. Earlier this year, his title changed yet again, as EA announced in April that he had become Chief Design Officer. Laura Miele, I can't tell, now oversees EA's game development studios. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of money. He's the guy that you would see during the Xbox conference, not this year, but last year when Anthem was first shown off, and he was also at the Nintendo Switch reveal a year and a half ago now. So he was pretty much one of the big faces of EA, so it's interesting to see him leave.
Yeah, it is really interesting, and what's also interesting is, like, there's no way he's done, like, in video games, right? Like, he'll be back. somewhere at some point. Maybe he just needs a break. Who knows?
Or
But
maybe he's taking an early retirement. I don't know how old he is or anything, but
he doesn't look that old. I
he
don't
does.
know.
$48.3 million just last year. That's quite a bit of money.
True. But I feel like people who make that much money want to keep making more money.
For
If
sure.
that makes any sense. But granted, there are like the select few who probably just like, all right, I've got $100 million in my bank account. I'm done.
Yeah. I'm trying to check over here to see if it's like talking about any of his future stuff. It's not yet clear whether Sutherland will be able to keep his unvested equity. The median salary of an EA in fiscal year, not counting SEO, was $96,000. Blah blah blah. Yeah, there's nothing really talking about what his future is looking like. So it's just looking like he's taking a break, like you said.
Yeah. More power to him, man. $48 million in a year? Fuck.
Yep. All right. Next up, last week there was a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct, which is awesome.
We kind of talked about it beforehand, what we had thought it would be, and it kind of was what we had anticipated, just being them talking about the game modes, and I wasn't expecting there to be new characters, but here we are.
Yep. Okay, this is from Brian at Nintendo Everything.
This is just like
I really should have read this beforehand. Here, pretty much, new characters were announced. Simon Belmont, who also will have a Echo Fighter named Alucard. Or wait, is that it? No. Richter. Richter is it? King K. Rool is a new character, and Dark Samus and Chrom are Echo Fighters coming to the game as well. They announced over 28 hours worth of music is in the game, and you can also listen to that with your Switch in sleep mode, which, okay, I don't know why anyone would really want to do that, but
you have to be super into Smash Brothers to be listening to the soundtrack.
Well, I mean, it is awesome music. I just think the Switch is not a very convenient tablet to do that with.
I mean, it's an option, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's the important thing. Then also, there was 103 different stages coming to the game, which are all unlocked the moment you start the game, which I was kind of disappointed in. I really like how with the characters, you're starting off with only the first 8 from the original game, and you unlock them from there.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been nice.
Yeah, so I would have liked to see that with the stages as well. But whatever. A lot of good-looking stages. A bunch are coming back that they've revamped. The ones from the N64 Smash are deliberately made to look nostalgic. Like they've purposely not changed it up, so it kind of looks like it's still an N64 game, which is really cool. New Donk City is getting a map where if you hit 3 of the band people and Pauline, they'll start singing Jump Up Superstar, which I was super excited for because I love that song.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I
still haven't played through Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh, it's so good. I still routinely go back to it just to spend some time in it.
It's on my short list of games to get to in the near future.
Besides that, they showed off Classic Mode is coming back, which is awesome. They did blur out a section on the main menu, and some people are saying that it's called Spirits. They've kind of done some like de-blurring on it, and it's looking like whatever mode that is, it's called Spirits. And the big rumor going around right now is that has to do with all the Mario characters dying, because like in this direct, Luigi died. In the past direct, Mario and Mega Man died. So they're thinking that this has to do with kind of a story mode, which sounds really interesting.
Yeah, that's one thing I really want from a Smash, or a new Smash, I guess, is a story mode. I think would be really cool. There's a lot of opportunity there.
Yeah.
But then again, there's also a lot of opportunity for failure as well.
Yeah. The big thing I want out of it is a new event mode. I really enjoyed event mode in Melee, so I'd like to see that again. But regardless, I'm just so excited for this game.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. It's going to be a huge hit. What do you think the install base per Switch is going to be on this thing?
Oh man, it's... Let's see.
Like 90%, 80%?
Yeah. I mean, when Breath of the Wild first came out, it actually sold more copies of the game than it did Switches. So
yeah, which is pretty hilarious to me. I mean,
yeah.
Granted, like, you buy the game anticipating getting a Switch that day, and you can't find one, so
yeah,
that makes sense.
There is a bundle that they just recently announced coming out for it. I didn't really look into that too much.
Yeah, it's the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Limited Edition.
Gotcha.
Which is only in the UK.
Gotcha. But,
which is kind of shitty because it comes with the GameCube controller and the adapter. I'm not sure if it comes with anything else special, because in the US you can buy all three of those things separate. And I don't know if it's like $20 off buying it all separate. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I plan on getting all that stuff just to have.
All right. Some other stuff from the Direct. They introduced stage morphing, where you could choose 2 different maps, and you could set it to just randomly change in between the maps while during the fight, which I thought was really cool and interesting.
Yeah, it just adds to their versatility and making the game feel larger than it is, I guess.
Yeah, that was just really cool.
It almost seems like an infinite number of levels.
Yeah, there's a ton of different little options added in, like stamina battles. You could also make it so the final smash would be built up on a meter instead of just breaking the ball. They introduced a tournament mode, which we've seen in the past. Squad strike, which you could choose 3 or 5 people, and you just go at each other. Every time you die, the next character is up. Smashdown. Once a fight ends, no one can pick that character anymore. You have to choose a different one every single time.
Yeah, that seems really interesting to me.
Yeah. They also introduced a new training map where it calculates how far you could knock the person depending on the damage. Just so much cool stuff in this.
Yeah, I agree. It's gonna be really fun when it comes out.
For sure.
I know that much for sure.
All right.
Yeah, let's move on.
Moving on. Crystal Dynamics is opening a new studio in Washington. This is from Jacob Geller from Game Informer. Crystal Dynamics, developers of the past 2 major Tomb Raider titles, is opening a satellite location in Bellevue, Washington. Although the studio is not leading work on Shadow of the Tomb Raider, that game is helmed by Eidos Montreal, the upcoming Avengers project and other unannounced projects are labor-intensive enough that Crystal Dynamics has decided to aggressively scale up. In both the new location and the team's base in Redwood Shores, California, Crystal Dynamics are gathering industry veterans. Among their new hires are Vincent Napoli, combat designer for God of War, and Ben Wannett, co-founder of Dead Space. So that's really cool. I was really hoping Avengers would be shown off this year at E3, hopefully with the bigger staff and everything working on it, we'll be able to see this game sooner.
Yeah, I agree. I think everybody was anticipating it would be shown this past year, but it's going to be a great game. Either way, you can't go wrong with the Avengers, but who knows?
Yeah.
Worse things have happened, I guess.
For sure.
Yeah, moving on to our last news article, which is kind of a lead-in to our topic of the show. Let's see. Alex Gileadov. Oh man, that's a name. Alex Gileadov. I don't know. Writes for IGN. New Microsoft studio hires ex-God of War, Red Dead Redemption staff. Microsoft's new studio, The Initiative, which if you don't know that they just formed and announced at this past E3, has added a wealth of high-profile talent, including God of War and Red Dead Redemption developers. Per Eurogamer, Daryl Gallagher announced the news on LinkedIn before deleting his post, but Reset Era user Crimson Eclipse took a screenshot just in time before the post was removed. That's pretty awesome. I mean, it seems like they're getting really ambitious with the new studio that they made, and God knows Microsoft needs it right now.
Yeah, that's really exciting news. I mean, it was really exciting news for them to even announce that they made a new studio. But getting big staff like this, that's really awesome.
The article goes on to say, as you can see, the new additions include God of War's lead producer Brian Westergaard from Sony Santa Monica, as well as Rockstar's Christian Cantamessa, lead writer for Red Dead Redemption, as a narrative consultant. Crystal Dynamics' Daniel Newberger and Annie Lohr, a recruiter who's worked at EA, Riot, and Respawn. So yeah, it seems like they're going to try and do something big with this new game studio that they formed. And it makes me excited. I mean, obviously we have no idea what they're working on.
Oh yeah, and it's going to be a while before it comes out, but this is really exciting stuff for the future. Yeah,
and it's actually really exciting for just Xbox fans in general, because you know something big's coming out of that.
For sure.
So yeah, that kind of ties in with the whole Crystal Dynamics new studio thing and our topic of the show, which is just going to be kind of the Red Dead Redemption 2 gameplay trailer, which just came out last Thursday, I think.
Yeah, it was recent.
Yeah, have you seen it or no?
No, if you want to go ahead and talk about it, I'll turn it on here for myself.
I mean, I don't know what really there is to say about it other than it looks freaking amazing. Like, the particle effects in the game are great. Like, when your guy's running on a horse, you can just see, like, dust flying behind him. Just being in the woods and shit looks insane. It's pretty sweet. Let me know as you're watching what the impressions are. The big thing on the internet right now is the horse ball sack is a big deal.
All right.
It's blowing up everywhere.
Yeah, I'm watching it now. But you've beaten the first one, right?
Yeah, I actually just played through it not long ago, so.
Gotcha. It does look beautiful.
It looks insane.
Yeah.
Like because this is, I think, the first true next gen Rockstar game. Like, granted, we have GTA 5, but this was developed completely for, the Xbox One.
Yeah, GTA 5 was originally made for 360 and PS3.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
So yeah, this game, it looks beautiful. I mean, I don't know much in terms of the mechanics, like what it's going to be, and Rockstar has said that this is the first of like a series they're doing to reveal stuff. So I'm interested to see what that is.
Gotcha.
Like what the future ones will be and what they're going to talk about.
Gotcha.
Sorry, go ahead.
I've heard this game is it's a prequel to the last one. Are you playing as Jack in this?
I'm not entirely sure. I know they said in this gameplay, in this gameplay trailer, but I don't remember exactly.
Gotcha.
But in this trailer, they show you they tell you all right, and you're gonna set up camp for the night at this place, and when you're there, you see there's so many people. Like, I'm watching it right now. Like, there's kids and wives and stuff. Like, it's not just a gang of dudes terrorizing and robbing banks or whatever, doing heists. So I mean, it seems like an interesting story to get from the bad guy side, I guess. Being in a gang is never a good thing. So
yeah, yeah. I mean, I gotta say, it definitely looks good.
Yeah, the level of detail in this trailer are insane.
I mean, yeah, it's Rockstar. That's not really too surprising. It's they always they always amaze us every time they show us something new, it seems.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree. It looks ridiculous. Yeah, I guess that's it. I'm sure you'll have more impressions when new ones come out, so.
Yeah, for sure. I'll be sure to watch those when they come out. I'm just kind of glancing through it right now. All I got to say is it looks beautiful. They're not really showing a ton of exciting stuff at the moment. It's just kind of walking around or riding on your horse and talking to people.
Yeah, I was expecting more of a like a 15-minute gameplay video. You know what I mean? Of just somebody actually playing the game, but I'm sure that's coming eventually.
Yeah.
This game's going to sell like crazy no matter what they show you.
Yeah, this seems to be just more showing the world and just little side pieces.
Yep. All right, well, that is a wrap on episode 39 of the Pixel Street Podcast. I am Joel Campos. You can find me on Twitter at Campos63, on YouTube at Almost Random. If you just search that, you'll find this podcast, my other podcast, and some gameplay videos of me doing some Let's Plays. My Mixer, I stream there almost every night, probably like closer to every other night. Mixer.com/Campos63. I'm going to be playing some of the Walking Dead final season. John, where can we find you?
On Twitter, I am at Revek Shadows. You can also search Revek Shadows on YouTube and find me. I started up a Let's Play game series with a friend. Right now we are running through Dark Souls Remastered. I'm hopefully going to have the next video for that up either tonight or tomorrow morning. I suck at that game. Otherwise, I plan on streaming a little more on Mixer. Just search Revek Shadows and I should pop up. Besides that, check out that video game blog for both mine and Joel's and some other people's really awesome writings. People all around the world got really interesting things to say. I recently did a post on the top 20 Nintendo Switch games that I've played so far, with the recent news that it's nearing 20 million units sold.
Don't forget, email us at pixelstreetpodcast@gmail.com if you have any topics of the show you want to recommend, or just have any articles in general you want us to talk about. You can find us on Facebook at Pixel Street Podcast. We post all of our podcasts on there in video form. But yeah, as always, we will be here. We're trying to do it every week now. We should have a groove here. We did it the past 2 Tuesdays, so hopefully we can continue doing that. See you next week.